Hello paper crafters, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and tonight we're making this super cute easel drawer box using box template 52. This project is a fun little drawer box that's perfect for small gifts like a Reese's cup or any candy treats, and even a Chic Stand or a mini charm pack. If you're watching this live, say hello and let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget, I'll have the free printable over on my website tomorrow, which is May 20th. And it'll have all the measurements and everything for you. Okay, I already see a thumbs up. There we go. Kathy says she's here early for a change. Oh, let me take this image off here. Okay. We've got Joan, Patricia, Erica, Lori. You guys can hear me okay? Marilyn, Debbie. I'm hopping around. Okay, so here's the project that we're making. It's an easel box. And it opens up like this. So, once again, it will hold a Chic Stand. So 3 weeks in a row we've made a box that will hold a Chic Stand. Let me put this pen back in here so I don't accidentally poke myself. And it will also hold 2 mini charm packs. So not 1, but 2 actually. Okay. We're using the Lily of the Valley stamp set and the Lily of the Valley dies. And let me show you all of the products real quick that we're using. Okay, so Lily of the Valley stamp set and the coordinating dies. We're also using the Scalloped Blooms dies. It's almost invisible, but it's back here. You'll see it when we make it. Then we're using the Sweet Words and Labels dies. That's for this part right here. And then we're using the Stylish Shapes dies for the stitch circle behind the flowers. Like I said, we are using box template 52. I updated this box. This box, I believe, was originally like back in 2021. So I have updated it. And this is already ready. Yeah, I worked on that today. Okay. Y'all want to see the live prizes I'm giving away tonight? Let me post that link for the live prizes. It actually will not hold post-it notes. Sorry about that. It is like almost the size of a post-it note, but it will hold. No, it actually won't hold the kitty cats either. Yeah. I am doing okay. Yes, we had a bad storm last night, and we actually lost our electricity at 9:30. It did not come on till like 1:30. It was a rough night. Okay, live prizes for tonight. Let me post the link real quick. Oh goodness, I just clicked the wrong button. Here we go. Copy. So here's the link to enter to win the live prizes. And I'm going to head over to YouTube really quickly and pin that comment. Now, if you're on Facebook, I gave you guys the link 30 minutes ago. Let's see. I need to mute this so that I don't... Okay, give me a second. Well, like 10 seconds, right? Oh, where did that go? Ah, here we go. I'm just looking for that comment so I can pin it. Here we go. So, pin message. Okay, so if you're on YouTube, the link to enter to win the live drawing tonight is pinned to the very top. If you're on Facebook, I gave you guys the link earlier. Carol says that they're having bad storms right now. can I just tell you, it was super scary last night because we were ill prepared. I was prepared for tornadoes because that was our chance. It never dawned on me that we could lose our power, and especially for so long. So I was still getting things ready for the storm when we lost power. So it was like, it was so crazy. Yeah, it was not good. David and I were like both panicking, running around the house. Okay, so the live prizes tonight. Let's go through these. Let me show you the image. Did I upload the image? Is this it? Nope. That's the pick of the week. Let me see. Live. Why is that image hopping around? I don't know. Here we go. So here's here's the loot that I'm giving away tonight. Only 3 gifts, okay? 3 people will win. So yeah, Kansas has had a lot of storms. So option number A. Wait, it would be nice if I moved this image, right? There we go. Okay. So option A is the Encircled with Love stamp set. Option number B is the Winnie the Pooh fabric basket. Isn't this so stinking cute? Now, whoever, I'm only giving away 1 fabric item, okay? So if the person that wants the fabric item doesn't want Winnie the Pooh, then you can choose the Lori Holt one. But so option B would be the fabric basket, either design. Option number C is going to be a Chic Stand. Option D is going to be this whole assortment of designer series paper. So this is just like hodgepodge of paper. Option E is these 2 ink pads, which one is Lost Lagoon and the other is Pool Party. So Lost Lagoon, Pool Party. Option F is the In Color Butterflies. We're using these tonight. And G is these Iridescent Pearls. Okay, so there's, and we're only going to have 3. I don't know why I'm saying only. We're having 3 winners. I'm not going to say only because holy smokes, the shipping cost. Oh, don't even get me started again, right? Okay, I removed that. Now, do y'all have any questions before we get started? Who could decline Winnie? You know, not everyone is into it. Like if people don't have grandchildren or children, they're not so interested in the Winnie the Pooh, right? Yeah, I found the fabric. I went to machine embroidery class on Saturday, and as I was walking to the classroom, I saw the Beatrice Potter fabric and I saw the Winnie the Pooh fabric. So as soon as the class was over, I went and got a couple yards of the Winnie the Pooh fabric because I'm like, oh, I know that somebody's going to want a fabric basket made out of that, right? Let's see. Okay, so no questions before we get started, right? Wish there was a way to see if you did sign up so you don't do it again. Or block you from filling it out again. So let me tell you what happens. This is a great question. And it might help clear up some confusion from the past couple weeks. If I select to not let you enter to win more than once, if I say no, only 1 entry per person, the next week when I reuse the same form, it won't let you enter to win. So I had someone that kept reaching out to me saying, I don't know why it won't let us enter to win. And I'm like, well, I don't know why either, because here's the link. This is the right link. We'll come to find out that box was checked that says only 1 entry per person. I can't create a new form every single week. That's too much. I reuse the same form every week. And what I do is I just delete all the entries from the previous week right before I go live. So right before I went live tonight, I got rid of all the entries for last week because why not, right? Anyway, so, oh, you should get an email to verify that you entered. But sometimes email boxes block people. They especially block me, right? Yeah, they see me as spam for some reason. Hey, Susan. Okay, so I think I answered all the questions. And if you accidentally entered a win a second time, I'm not going to get upset with you. If it were to become a major habit, of course, everyone would call you out on it. Right? But if you accidentally entered a win more than one time, a couple times, you know, it's no big deal. We are all human. I'm not going to flame you. But ideally, it would be one per live event, right? Okay. So, like I said, box template 52. This box, if you're here watching it live, it looks complicated, but it is not complicated. It is actually very, very, very easy. It really is easy, okay? So I'm going to show you the pieces so that it makes it a little bit easier. This is the bottom of the box, okay? Or not the bottom. That's this piece right here, okay? So that's the box. The next piece is this one, and that's what goes around the box, okay? And then the next one is what I call the easel, okay? And that's this piece here. So it's easy, right? Cynthia says after I hit enter, it says right there, your entry was submitted. Okay, perfect, great. Okay, so I've showed you all of this. So now what we're going to do is stamp. And here is all the supplies that we're going to be using. All the paper supplies, right? Not all the supplies, but the paper supplies. Now, I went ahead and stamped our lilies in advance and die cut them. Only because I wanted the ink to dry before I colored them with our Stampin' Blends markers. And I did actually get in my shimmer brush. So did y'all hear my sew? It was I messed it up. Sorry. Now I've distracted myself, right? So with the new hybrid ink, I live in a very humid place. I mean, like, it's been raining all night. It's been misting on and off all day. It is super humid in here. And I have found that this ink takes a little bit longer to dry in a high humidity. Okay. So you can use your Memento if you have your Memento. You're not going to get any flames from me. Do what makes you happy. If I were going to stamp this tonight and color it really quickly, I would probably hit it with my heat gun just to kind of dry it super quickly. Okay. So enough about that. So I won't be stamping those. But these are super easy to stamp and to die cut. The die works beautifully, I'm happy to say. Okay, now I'm going to get my mat here. Y'all know that I really limit how many flower sets I purchase because I want more and more and more and more animals. And I want less flowers. But this is one of those flower sets that I just love. And it looks so beautiful with the Hydrangea Hue color. And if you'll notice, see how beautiful it looks colored? Okay. I could talk forever. I'm going to try to stop. Greeting. We have the happy birthday. And I don't know why I put the ink pad up. think I can go this direction. Yes, I can. Like, I don't want to waste paper. Ugh. Well, I'm wasting it anyway because I didn't get enough ink on it. So I'm going to twist it a little bit. And hopefully this time. I don't have an ink refill yet for the hybrid ink. So if I accidentally leave my ink pad open, how do you enter? You're on YouTube. Whoops, I got to do one more. If you're on YouTube, if you're on the chat box right now, go to the very top. It's pinned. The link is pinned. Okay, there's that. Both of these are going to get die cut. So I'm going to get my my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now to make this a lot easier, I don't need that one, right? Okay, so I need my plates. Lisa says it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom? Really? Okay, I have all of the dies on one. So here's the lilies. There's that one. Here's the one that we're going to use for the birthday greeting. I'm trying to line it up. It could be, I messed that up too. It could be different on what it, depending on your device. I think I cut that crooked. It'll be fine. So if you're watching from an iPad, it's probably in one direction and another spot. I can't talk. If you're watching from a mobile device, it's in one location. If you're watching from a tablet, it's in another location. So if you're on a computer, I know it's at the top because I'm on my computer. Yeah. So if you're watching from a tablet, it could be at the bottom. I don't know. Somebody help me out here, right? It depends on what device you're watching it on. Okay, there's both of our greetings. Put that back on there so I don't lose it actually. I'll be forever traumatized by losing a couple dies in my lifetime. On the iPad, it's at the bottom. Okay, see? Now, oh, give me this back. So what I'm going to do now is color these flowers. I'm using 2 sets of blends. I'm using the Hydrangea Hue and the Granny Apple Green. Now, I wanted to show you the Hydrangea Hue. Yes, I'm struggling saying that. The shimmer pan, okay? Now, this is not the right project to use this because this stuff comes out pretty heavily, okay? Actually, I could actually, let's see. Let me zoom in real quick. Somebody remind me to zoom back out. Uh-oh, I zoomed in on me, didn't I? Grr. I want to zoom in on the iPhone. Okay. So I can, you push this to get it started, right? You can see push. Make sure you remove that little white plastic thing that goes around there. So you can color this, and it's got a beautiful shimmer. But because this is so small, it's kind of hard to see the shimmer. Wait, can it zoom in on that? Nah, there we go. But it's kind of small. So I want y'all to see how beautiful this is though. I need to find like a large flower to color this with. Okay, come on. Come on. Ruh-roh. Grr. I want y'all to see how shimmery, how pretty this is. Can you see the shimmer? You can. I can see it on the screen right there. So ideally, I think you would use this on something that's way bigger than a teeny tiny flower, right? Okay. I don't want to get that on anything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going back to the markers. I am using the light. Hi, Maya. Maya, I got your email. I haven't responded to you yet. I'm sorry, but I will. I promise. It's been a little crazy around here. And you are fine, my sweet friend. Thank you for letting me know. And I completely understand. No hard feelings. Okay, I'm coloring this now, and look, this one looks blue and this one looks purple. So it's like, okay, what happened? We're going to have one random flower that looks blue. It's okay. It'll be fine. Yeah, thank you so much for sending me an email. It's much better hearing from you than seeing it later on a report. So, yeah, thank you, honey. Tomorrow, I am doing a team call with my team. It has been since before my surgery since I've done a Zoom, and we are having our first Zoom again. I'm trying to slowly but surely get back into doing all the normal activities. I still don't have the energy. So right now I'm committing to like one a month until I start feeling better. Okay, Granny Apple Green. But I'm excited about the call tomorrow because we had some new July online exclusives released today. And we get to talk about that because there's Halloween and Christmas. Now today is May. So only demonstrators can pre-order right now. And then customers can purchase those items in July. But can I just tell you, the Halloween stuff is so cute. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to show you. Okay, now I'm going to go with the light Granny Apple Green. Yeah, so I got my pre-order in this morning. I did not fast ship it because the product's not going to be available until July. So I don't have to get it in a couple days just then to wait. Okay, that was spam. Grr. Okay, there's that one. Why do people color them? Because if we don't color them, they're going to look like really plain Jane on our project. The same thing as to like why we color dinosaurs purple and pink and blue, and why we color bunny rabbits pink, and this would look real plain if there was absolutely no color on it. So yeah, that's why we do it, because it would look like nothing, right? Yeah, and I'm always coloring animals like colors that they would never really be in real life, right? The only purple dinosaur you've ever seen is Barney, right? All the rest of them are green, I think, right? Okay, there's that. So those look beautiful, don't they? Now I'm going to zoom back out. Aren't you glad I remembered? Yeah, I think, so Vicki has a good point that they do have a little bit of a tad bit of color. If you're a gardener, you probably have seen that. Some may have a shade of pink or purple, or I don't know. I'm no expert, but I'm moving on. Okay, I'm going to attach the stitch circle in the middle of this. So those of you that did not order these scallop bloom dies, I'm going to tempt you every week. I love these dies so much. They're beautiful. Okay, so this one flower that looks randomly blue, is there any way I can cover him up? No, there's no way. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue to attach. So I'm going to use liquid glue to attach this one. And then I'm going to use liquid glue to attach the second one. And then I'm going to use a dimensional to pop up the middle one. Oh yeah, I could use the new white gel pen. That would look cool. You're right. It still wouldn't show up on camera though, right? And when you go to photograph it, it would not photograph well. Actually, I want to bring this one up a little bit. I want to bring it a little higher. Yeah. And then the greeting is going to go over top, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the left and the right. My I love it, Tracy. Good point. Yeah. Thank you for making me laugh. That was funny. Okay, now we're going to set that aside. We're going to set that aside. And now we're going to make the box. This piece measures 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and we're going to score it at 1.5 on all 4 sides. So 1.5. Okay, that's the box. Move that aside. I just got to make sure I cut this down to measure. Yep, that's right. Okay, so this one measures 3 by 10. And like I said, this is the wrap that goes around the box. And this is going to get scored at 2 inches, 3.5, 6.5, and 8. The next one is 3 by 6. This is the easel. And you're going to score this one at 3 inches and 4.5. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, the storms have been really crazy. So Marilyn says she's on Facebook and she cannot figure out how to get the live chat on YouTube. So the live chat on YouTube, you have to be logged in, Marilyn. That's the only catch. If you're on YouTube, you have to be logged into your free YouTube account. Okay? That's the only catch. And you should be able to see all the comments in the chat box. Okay, I'm going to fold on all the score lines and burnish with my bone folder. Yeah, the only thing is on YouTube is that you just have to be logged in. That's it. And same thing, fold on the score line. Score lines, I should say. Okay, now let's start with the easiest part. This is the box. So I'm going to cut on the score line on all four corners, and I'm going to angle cut each side, okay? And I'm going to do this on all four corners. My original box template, I did not make any mention of angle cutting those, so I did update the PDF. Okay, now we're going to add adhesive to the 4 tabs. You can use tear and tape, or you can use liquid glue, or you can use the Stampin' Seal Plus. Whatever you prefer. Okay, now I'm just going to bring these up. Last night it got so hot in the house without the with no air, and oh my gosh, it just was so miserable. No fan, no nothing. It was so brutal not having electricity. What was it, 9:30? It went off at 9:30, came on at 1:30. Yeah, it was brutal. Okay, so now this is going to wrap around the box, like I said, and it's going to close on the bottom. Okay, so all you got to do is put a little thin strip of adhesive. Oh, it looks like that's a little cattywampus, but it'll be okay. So then this is going to slide on just like that. I love the color too, right? Yeah, I love it. I don't know what I'm doing. Anywho, okay, so there we go. There's that part. Now the next part is you're going to glue this down on the top, just like that, okay? So I'm going to use liquid glue for this because that will help me to slide this in. It'll help me to slide it so that it's on their center, right? So I'm just going to put that down, and then I'm going to fold this over and just kind of make sure. I should have put something in the box so I don't squash it. There we go. There we go. Now, this is going to go here like this, and you're going to glue this piece on here, okay? So all you got to do is put a little bit of adhesive on this part, and let me show you, okay? So it's like this. My phone is blowing up. I don't even know why we lost our electricity last night, because the storms were bad, but nothing like what they were a month ago. Like a month ago, there was like a tornado right down the road. Like last night was, for us, it was not as bad as it has been. But anyway, okay. So now, originally when I made this box, the two pieces of designer series paper measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So one's going to go here and one's going to go here, okay? And then the two side pieces are 2 7/8 by 1 3/8. Well, this front piece, if you cut it to measure 2 7/8 by 1 3/8, it kind of sort of goes off the edge a little bit. So what I did was I trimmed a 1/16 of an inch. So instead of this measuring 2 7/8, it measures 2 13/16. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but that's what I did, in case you want to do it like me. And I will have that measurement on the PDF if you want to cut it the same size. I go to sleep every night watching a TV program, something like NCIS, or like anything that you don't have to watch the next episode. So for example, like Tracker. You can watch one episode and you don't have to watch the next one to find out what happens. Because what happens is if I watch a program that you have to see the next one, then I stay up all night. So I have to watch something that doesn't continue on the next day or the next episode, because, I mean, who hasn't stayed up till 3 in the morning watching every episode of Outlander or whatever, right? Okay, I'm using a circle punch to notch this. Just a half circle. Anyway, I had no ability. I had nothing to watch last night. So I was in a world of hurt, because number one, I sleep with a fan on, I sleep with an air purifier on, and I go to sleep with my iPad on, watching whatever TV program. Well, last night I had nothing, and I tried to pull up all of my different platforms, and I didn't have a single thing that was downloaded that was current. Like Netflix, your stuff expires. So everything that I had downloaded had expired. And then I tried to get into Paramount, couldn't even log into that one. So the only thing that I had on my iPad was Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. That was the only program I had on my iPad that was downloaded that I could watch. So of course at midnight I'm watching Frodo, which I guess I kind of sort of fell asleep for like maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. All I know is when the power came on, I was awake. Yeah. Okay. I watch Below Deck, but I can't watch it before I go to bed because each episode ties to the next one, right? Yeah. And they always leave you with like a cliffhanger. Like you got to watch the next episode to see what crazy shenanigans is happening. I watch those types of programs, like not when I'm trying to go to sleep, like just when we're in the car or when I'm in the living room watching TV, I'll watch all that stuff. But when I'm going to bed, I have to watch stuff that, like back in the day when like Sons of Anarchy was on, I mean, it was not uncommon for me to be up until 2 and 3 in the morning watching the next episode and the next episode and the next episode. I've learned my lesson. Don't start anything that you got to see the next episode, because you'll just be up all night long. Like Bridgerton, I think I watched all of Bridgerton in one setting, right? Isn't this so beautiful? I love it. Okay. Yeah, I love Bridgerton. I mean, there's some parts about it I don't like. But I don't look for the negative in things. I try to just focus on what I do like. Do I like everything? No. But, yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure that the glue is dry now. So the next part is you want to attach this so that you got to pop this up so that it can catch your easel, okay? Yay, I'm glad you guys like it. It's the beautiful stamp set and the beautiful paper, or the beautiful color of paper, right? I don't know that I could even take any credit, right? Well, let me bring this closer because I like this greeting. So it says, happy birthday to one of the nicest people I know. Now we've got ribbon and embellishments. I hear my husband upstairs. He's starting dinner. So the ribbon. I'm tidying up real quick. I'm glad y'all like it. Thank you. This would look really, really pretty in the new Barely Blush color too, right? By the way, I watched the finale of Origins. Oh my gosh. I was so happy it ended the way it did. Oh my gosh. Yes, and Mark Harmon's voice, Leroy, I think I've gone to sleep listening to his voice for so many years that, yeah. What's my point? I don't know. I really like it a lot. I need a glue dot. Do you consider yourself a tidy stamper or messy? OMG, I am the messiest of messy. Yeah. I mean, I think my projects always look tidy when I'm done, but the area around me is a hot freaking mess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to say, you know, before I started paper crafting, I kept a tidy house. I think I kept a pretty tidy house. Like the only place I had disorder was my closets. And I'm like, well, that's hidden. So what, who cares? But once I started paper crafting and sewing, who has time for cleaning and organizing and all of that? There's not enough hours in the day anymore. Plus, I say I'm like on the last quarter of my life, right? I mean, I got to make the most of every day. Okay, butterfly here. And then I'm going to do a little here. And then the larger one here. Now, you could take your Wink of Stella. You won't be able to see it. Hold on, let me grab it. My Wink of Stella. I don't know if y'all noticed. Let me show you my desk real quick. Can you see? Wait, wrong way. Look, I changed things over to the Stampin' Up organizers. Yeah, I made a change. Well, I didn't need all those cubbies for all the stuff. Okay, Wink of Stella. And then I do love Winkostella. Yeah. I'll add that to the supply list tomorrow. Okay. This one keeps flopping. I don't know why, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Who wouldn't rather be making things with paper and cleaning? Now, I do watch some of those videos on Snapchat of people that like to tidy, but I'd much rather sew and paper craft. Like when I saw the new stuff for the July online exclusives, I squealed. I was so excited for the Halloween and the Christmas. Yeah, I was so excited. Okay, so turn this way so everybody can see the box in multiple angles. So we have the live prizes to do, but I'm going to do the Chick Candy pick of the week first. How do the new stamp pads fit? Yeah, look. You can see. So here's the magnetic ink pad, and the shimmer brush fits right beside it. So it fits perfect. Yeah. It fits just as well as the other, to be honest. Yeah, it fits fine. Great question. So I'm glad you asked. Stephanie says she thinks she heard me squeal. Yeah, so exciting. So let's see. I'm going to show, so last week's Chick Candy pick of the week was this. Okay, so that was last week's. Our winner was Anita Carl. Congrats, Anita. We had 97 entries. So if you had trouble entering last week, it could have been because of the way that form was checked, but you should not have any issues going forward. Okay, so now this week's pick of the week, Chick Candy pick of the week is, so I made 2 fabric baskets this weekend. So here's the one I'm giving away on the live tonight. And then here's the other one. So this is going to be the Chick Candy pick of the week. And it is the Winnie the Pooh basket, fabric basket that I made. 5 sheets of the Golden Glow cardstock that matches Pooh. 5 sheets cut. So it's actually, I cut down 5 sheets to measure 8.5 by 5.5. So it's 10 of that, but it's technically 5 full sheets. The new magnetic ink pad in Golden Glow, and the blends. And all you have to do is complete my form to enter to win. So you have from now until next Monday night to enter to win. Okay? So that's the pick of the week. And now we're ready to do the live prizes. I'm going to remind you guys of a couple different things. Number 1, the product of the month is Berry Botanical Vellum, and that's for May. And then we also have a special on the starter kit, and you get the new ink pads or $35 worth of product. So if you're interested in joining, let me know. I'd love to talk to you. And I think that's, oh, and I'm still running the special on the Chic Stands, but I'm about to raise the price because when I ship a Chic Stand, it costs me over $6 to mail it to some locations, and I have them priced at $8. So by the time I pay for the envelope and the shipping, well, the $8 price is, I'm pretty much giving you 2 Chic Stands for free. Yeah. So I'm going to be raising the price on the Chic Stands back to the original price just so I can make $1. Sorry, I'm being snarky. I'm blaming the post office, right? Because it's not y'all's doing and it's not my doing. It's the price of, I always say the post office is trying to put the small business people out of business for sure, right? Who is dinging up my phone? my watch, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go pull all the entries. I want you guys to be thinking about which item you want so that you'll know the number, okay? We're going to have 3 winners. So we've got the ink pad bundle, the designer series paper, put the fabric baskets here, the Chic Stand, the butterflies, the stamp set, and that embellishment. So give me about 30 seconds and I'm going to go pull all the entries, and then I'm going to share my screen. And let me tell you how many entries we have. We officially have 148 entries, and it is officially enter to win has closed now. So I'm going to copy these really quickly. Download. And today's date is, are y'all doing anything fun for Memorial Day? Let's see. Okay, here we go. I'm moving much faster today than I thought. Okay, copy. And paste. And now I just need to share my screen. Let's see. Y'all are there, right? So Anita says that, happy birthday, Anita. So Anita, her name was drawn to win on her actual birthday. That's amazing. Wow. That's so cool. Congrats. I'm happy for you. Let's see. What am I doing? Sharing my screen. I'm going to share my screen now. Not screenshot, but screen share. Okay. I'm going to turn the volume up. And here we go. Screen share. Hopefully y'all can see my screen. And here is winner number 1. Congrats, Cindy. Let's see, let me take this off the screen share now. Okay. Cindy, you are winner number 1. You have 3 minutes to claim your prize. Which item would you like? So Cindy, and your choices are A for the stamp set, B for the fabric basket, C for the Chic Stand, D for the designer series paper, butterflies, iridescent pearls. Yeah, so Cindy, I'm going to open up the ink pad so you guys can see that it's Pool Party and Lost Lagoon. Stephanie says she's flying to Jacksonville to see her grandson graduate. Aw, that's nice. Okay, still waiting to hear from Cindy. Which item would you like? So next week, with it being Tuesday after Memorial Day, I might be making a super simple card. I have no clue. Yeah, we are going to the lake. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Probably a super simple card. I'm just saying. It's supposed to rain the whole entire time we're there, though, so maybe I can get caught up on some sleep. Okay, so still waiting to hear from Cindy. You got like a minute left to reply. You always have to be present to win. That's usually my only stipulation. Even if she's on Facebook, she can still comment. The comments, so for example, Frida is on Facebook and I can see her comment. So the program that I'm using, the platform that I'm using, I can see comments from both platforms. Yeah, and I can actually go over there and look. I can look at the comments real quick. The timer is about to run out, so I will go take a quick peek and see. Yeah, nope, there's no comment. So I am so sorry. I'm looking at the comments. There's 101 comments on Facebook right now, and the timer has officially ended. So I'm super sorry, but that is the only rule I have. So we're going to redraw for the first prize, and I'm going to share my screen again to show that. So let me pull up. Let me pull that up again. Okay, share, screen share. Here we go. Am I sharing my screen, guys? I think I am. I don't know. I think so. You guys know I would never cheat at this, right? Congrats, Terry. Let's see. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Was I sharing my screen or not sharing my screen? Okay, our next winner is Terry. And Terry, you have 3 minutes to claim your prize. Yes, Terry. Serrano. My handwriting is terrible. I was sharing. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we're still waiting to hear from Terry S. In the old days, I used to be able to see it on the platform, and it's changed how it was. So now I can't actually see what y'all are seeing when I do that. So I click on the button, but I have no way of knowing if it's actually working. Okay, so Terry, you have half of your time has passed. It's been a while. Yeah, the timer's on. It's right here. Yep. Half the time is already passed, so we might have to draw a third time. Okay, so I'm still waiting to hear from Terry. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah. We are weaning, they're weaning me off my gabapentin. So I have to say now the pain is, yeah, it's not, yeah, and I'm sorry, guys. So, I don't know. So I usually have the rule of if you're not present, you're not present. So I'm gonna let all of you guys vote. Because it's the one rule that I have is that you have to be present when the drawing happens. And so I really, yeah. And the time is up for Terry also. So it's been 3 minutes. So if I let Cindy choose now, then I have to let Terry choose if she comes back up. So then how do I do that? You know what I'm saying? So at the end, well, she's here now. She's here now, right? So both people were not here when the drawing was drawn. When the drawing took place, and that's the only rule, is that you have to be here when the drawing takes place. So if I say, oh, then we can, oh, well, okay, Terry actually is here. She just posted. Okay, somebody tell me, did Terry reply within the three minutes or not? I need somebody to tell me, did she reply within the three minutes? Because oh, Terry said basketball, so she was here. Okay, I did see that. Terry was actually here within the 3-minute mark. Okay, because I couldn't understand why somebody was saying basketball, but that's because it was a typo. Okay, so, yeah, and I dropped your name on the floor. I do not want to have to bend down and pick that up. I'll retype it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have such strict rules, but yeah. Okay, so, and if it gets to be too complicated, then I'll stop doing them. So Terry, which one did you want? If after she names who the winner is, if everyone else would stay silent until after she says what they want, then that would help a great deal. Oh, okay. So Terry, you said the basket, which is super funny that you called it basket, that somebody said basketball. Do you want the Pooh basket or the Lori Holt basket? Which one? Name your basket. Yeah. Okay. Well, what ends up happening actually down the road is that never mind, I'm not even going to go there. It takes a positive thing and then turns it into a negative later. So it's like, I've been given an earful a few times. So you want the Winnie the Pooh basket or do you want the Lori Holt basket? You want the Pooh. Okay, you've got it. Now let's go back to this. We've got 2 more winners. So screen share. And here we go. Okay, I am not real sure. Dave, I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce your name. Devana? I don't know. Sorry, I might be messing it up. You are our next winner. Yes, here it is. So your choices are A, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? You've got 3 minutes. So stamp set, Chic Stand, Designer Series Paper Assortment, ink pad assortment, so Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, Butterflies, iridescent pearls. And while we're hey Debbie, how are you doing? Are you going to be able to make our team call tomorrow? There's a glare right here, isn't there? Okay, half the time has passed. We were on such a roll for such a long time of everyone being here and answering really quickly. And then today it was like, boom, things changed. Okay, awesome. We'll get to talk tomorrow. So next Tuesday, like I said, I'll probably make a super simple card or whatever. And then I'll also show the cards that I've received in the last couple weeks. Terry says, how do I get chat on YouTube to come back up? You know what? I don't know. Can somebody help her? How did I come up with the name of my business? That is a really good question. I can't help you, Terry, because I don't know. Can somebody else help Terry can someone else help Terry get the chat box to come back up? Because she's on Facebook right now. I don't really know. It should be there, right? But I don't know. Okay, I still have not heard from our second winner. And the timer is about to end. Okay, Deborah says... So Deborah says refresh your screen, and Lola says click on the live chat button. Marilyn says she still hasn't gotten chats on lives, but Marilyn, you're on Facebook, and it's not there on Facebook. You have to be on YouTube. Cynthia says tap on the live chat under the picture of Angie, and it'll say live chat. Click where it says chat. Okay, the time has ended. So, man, this week is turning out to be just like this week, right? Okay, so we're going to draw another name. Here we go. Congrats, Gretchen. The timer has been set. You have 3 minutes to claim your prize, but if you could claim it quicker, that would be wonderful. Right? Let's see. Where are y'all? Okay, there y'all are. Okay, Gretchen, you are the next winner. A, C, D, E, F, G. I hope you're here. How did I come up with my name? Yes, I'm still live. Joan says you get to watch me longer. My husband's upstairs cooking dinner, so I'm going to be in the doghouse if I show up there when the food's cold. So it's kind of a long story. Okay, so Liz says if I turn my iPad to portrait, the chat comes up, and then she can turn it back onto landscape once the chat is on there. Does that help you? Yeah, so Liz says she turns her iPad to portrait, the chat comes up, and then she can turn it to landscape, and the chat is there. Isn't that crazy that you have to have a hack to get the chat to come up, right? Yeah. Okay. Gretchen, are you here? He's going to be like, You've been live for an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. The time is almost up. Oh my goodness. This never happens. This never happens. I don't know what's going on today. I know that all the entries are fresh because I just deleted them like, I don't know, a couple hours ago. So I know that everyone that entered to win originally was here today, right? What's for dinner? He is actually grilling chicken wings. I love chicken wings. Love, love, love chicken wings. I love them, especially from the peanut. Okay, so the timer is ending again. You got like a couple seconds. Geez Louise. So I'm guessing what happens is people enter to win and then they don't stay and watch the video. I don't know. That's kind of not fair though, right? I mean, that would be really super disappointing for me if I found out that people only enter to win and then they go and watch somebody else or do something else. Yeah, that would be, I'm just saying. Okay, here we go. Another name. Okay, Colleen, I hope you're here. Yes, I hope you're here. I'm starting to have, so we have a restaurant that is called The Peanut, and they have the best chicken wings ever. So Colleen is our next winner, and the timer has been set. And let's see, I'm gonna put the chick candy form here. So for our winners, well, so far Terry, you're the only one. Okay, where's the chat box now? All of a sudden it's gone. Okay, search comments. She wants the butterflies. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Now we got one more winner. So let me share my screen one more time. Let me reset the timer. Share screen. And here we go. Okay, congrats, Liz. You are the next winner. Which item would you like? I know, right? A winner finally showed up. It doesn't happen very often. Tonight has just been one of those nights. Maybe we can blame the storm. I don't know. Or maybe just blame my week. It's been another one of those weeks. Okay, so Liz, if you're still here, I forgot to set the timer. You've got stamp set, Chic Stand, assortment of paper, 2 ink pads, or the iridescent pearls. So, which item would you like? You're there! Yay! You're here, I should say. Not there, you're here. Perfect. Okay, thank you guys so much. Now, Cindy, our original winner that was here earlier, if you have not disappeared, If you will send me your address, I will send you these iridescent pearls. Okay, so Cindy, if you're still here, I would gladly send you these pearls. Okay, so here's my form. Fill it out. Yeah. Since you weren't here during the live drawing, I can't let you choose any of the other ones, but I can give you one of the other items. So yes, if you're here, fill out my form, give me your address, and I'll send that to you. So here's my form. I need everyone that won to complete that form so I can mail. Oh, I've lost the comments again. Where'd y'all go? There you are. Okay. Yes, thank you guys. I'm so glad you loved the box. It is stinking cute, right? And like I said, it will hold a Chic Stand. It will hold 2 mini charm packs. It will also hold 2 of the Reese's cups. So those will fit in there. Yeah. And it measures 3 by 3 by 1.5, but the Post-it notes are a little bit bigger than 3, right? So cute. Okay, any last minute questions before I sign off? David's going to be like, whoa. Yes, you guys have a great week, a safe week. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you guys are not going to have really bad weather like us. I think we're actually expected like storms, like 3 of the days, right? Yeah, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're expecting storms. I told David today, I'm like, I'm tired of winter and I'm tired of I normally like storms, but I like storms when it's warm, not storms when it's cold. Okay, so Lori says that she may have to get the Lily of the Valley bundle. I do not think that you'll regret getting it. The greetings in this set is, they're really nice. So it says, the font's really pretty too. So it says, happy birthday, a little thanks to a forever kind of friend, happy for you, so grateful for you, and to one of the nicest people I know. So I love this bundle, honestly. But I really love this image more than all of them. But this one you could use for a card. This one was perfect for the box, right? So Terry says, thank you for the most special basket. I still have my Grinch one that I purchased a few years ago. Yay, that makes me so happy. Yeah, it's been a few years since I made those Grinch ones. I wish I could still make more and sell them, but right now I'm limited to making a few every week. Maybe next week or maybe this weekend I'll be able to get some sewing in. I don't know. It just really depends on the pain, right? Okay, I don't think I see any other questions. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Have a great week or weekend. Bye, guys. Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to figure out how to shut this thing down, and it's not working. I don't know if y'all can see on my screen what it's doing. Okay, I might actually be here for a couple more minutes because I seriously cannot get the thing. I can't get it to close. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Grr. I don't even know what to do. There we go. I found it. Well, I didn't find it. I moved it. Bye, guys. See ya.